Fans stunned as Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo caught on romantic vacation in Europe. Nobody saw this coming, not even the most loyal fans. But two of Korea's biggest Hallyu stars, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, have just been caught on what seems to be a secret romantic getaway in Europe. The leaked photos, first shared by an anonymous source on an underground fan forum, quickly made their way to major gossip platforms and set the internet ablaze. According to eyewitnesses in Lake Como, Italy, the two were seen walking hand in hand near the water at sunset, wearing casual clothes and sunglasses, but unmistakably together. Fans immediately began comparing the scene to a real-life K-drama, except this time, it's not scripted. But here's the real twist. According to multiple travel insiders, Lee Min-ho had booked a luxury villa under an alias, but staff at the resort reportedly confirmed that a very famous Korean actress checked in with him. Later that evening, several photos were snapped by fans at a local cafe in Rome, showing the couple sipping wine, smiling, and laughing as if they had the world to themselves. And then came the video. A brief but crystal-clear video clip emerged of the couple sharing a quiet moment by the Trevi Fountain, where Lee Min-ho appeared to gently place his hand on Song Hye Kyo's waist while whispering something to her that made her laugh. Speculations exploded overnight. Some fans believe this is the long-awaited confirmation of their rumored relationship. Others suggest this might be a pre-honeymoon or even a post-engagement celebration. Netizens have been quick to dig up past interviews and moments that hinted at their closeness, but this is the first time there's undeniable proof of a shared, private moment outside of Korea. Meanwhile, Song Hye Kyo's agency released a vague statement claiming she was on a personal vacation, while Lee Min-ho's representatives declined to comment altogether. But there's more. One insider claims that this trip was carefully planned months in advance, and only a few people in their inner circle knew. According to this source, the stars have been seeing each other privately for over a year, and this trip was their way of celebrating a milestone in their relationship, possibly an engagement. And just when fans thought it couldn't get more emotional, a former co-star of Lee Min-ho dropped a cryptic message on Instagram, saying, "Some love stories are worth crossing oceans for." Could that be a subtle confirmation? As fans and the media continue to dissect every frame of the leaked footage, one thing is certain: the chemistry between Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo is no longer just on screen. Whether it's love, a secret engagement, or the beginning of something deeper, this romantic European vacation has changed everything. And if this is just the beginning, what's next? Will there be an official announcement? A wedding? Or more romantic escapes to follow? Stay tuned. The romantic getaway of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo had captivated millions across Asia and beyond. From the sunlit canals of Venice to the cozy cafes of Florence, their every move had been analyzed, speculated on, and, most of all, adored. But just as the trip seemed to reach its dreamlike peak, everything changed in Paris. It was their final night in the city. The couple had been dining at a discreet, candlelit bistro tucked away in the 6th arrondissement, a place known only to locals and a few celebrities seeking anonymity. Song Hye Kyo wore a soft beige coat with her hair loose, framing her glowing face. Lee Min-ho, ever the gentleman, helped her with her chair, holding her hand as they laughed softly under dim lights. But just as dessert arrived, a man walked in. Eyewitnesses described the man as well-dressed, tall, and clearly Korean. He approached their table slowly, nervously, and then looked directly at Song Hye Kyo. She froze. Lee Min-ho immediately turned defensive, standing up and placing himself slightly in front of her. One fan claimed they overheard. "You're not welcome here," Lee Min-ho said coldly. The stranger didn't argue. Instead, he left behind a small, sealed envelope on the edge of the table and walked out into the Paris night. Later that night, inside their luxurious suite overlooking the Eiffel Tower, Song Hye Kyo finally opened the envelope. It was a handwritten letter. No one knows exactly what it said, but multiple sources say she cried for nearly 30 minutes afterward. Lee Min-ho sat beside her in silence, holding her hand, his jaw clenched. Fans immediately began speculating online. Was it from Song Joong-ki? A final goodbye? A confession? Or something darker? A few hours later, Lee Min-ho posted an unexpected Instagram story. It showed the Paris skyline and one simple caption: "Protecting her at all costs. No more pain." The post, while short, sent fans into a frenzy. Is he confirming their relationship? Is he shading Song Joong-ki? Are they engaged? One fan page analyzed Song Hye Kyo's recent photos and claimed they spotted a ring on her right hand, subtle, elegant, and possibly symbolic. The following morning, paparazzi finally caught the couple leaving the Ritz Paris hand in hand. But unlike before, they didn't flinch or rush. Lee Min-ho even smiled at the cameras. Song Hye Kyo gave a soft nod. It was a quiet acknowledgement. They were no longer hiding. As the sun dipped below the rooftops of Paris, casting a golden hue across the Seine, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo strolled hand in hand along the riverbank, oblivious to the growing crowd of curious onlookers. The warmth of their connection was undeniable, their soft laughter echoing above the gentle lapping of the river. But suddenly, a man stepped out from the shadows behind Notre Dame, a face neither of them expected to see. His presence froze Song Hye Kyo in place. "Daniel?" she whispered, stunned. Lee Min-ho's eyes narrowed in confusion, his protective instincts flaring. The stranger, Daniel, an old acquaintance from Song Hye Kyo's past, offered a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. "I didn't mean to intrude," Daniel said, his gaze lingering on Song Hye Kyo longer than Lee Min-ho liked. "I just heard you were in Paris. I had to see you one last time." The words sent a jolt through both of them. Lee Min-ho subtly stepped between them. "One last time for what?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. Song Hye Kyo's fingers tightened around Lee Min-ho's arm. She shook her head slowly, visibly shaken. "This isn't the time or place, Daniel." But Daniel wasn't ready to leave. "You owe me closure," he said sharply. "Before you commit to him." The word "him" hit like a stone. Cameras from distant tourists clicked as the tension escalated. Lee Min-ho's jaw clenched, but before he could speak, Song Hye Kyo turned to Daniel with tear-brimmed eyes. "You had your chance. I begged for your support when I needed you most, and you turned away. I've found someone who truly loves me now. Please don't ruin this moment." Daniel stood motionless for a beat before nodding and retreating into the shadows. Once alone again, Lee Min-ho gently cupped her face. "You don't need to explain," he said. "Your past doesn't change how I feel about you." They embraced tightly, unaware that a bystander had caught the entire moment on video. The clip of Lee Min-ho shielding Song Hye Kyo from her past went viral within hours. Headlines exploded. Lee Min-ho confronts mysterious stranger in Paris, Song Hye Kyo breaks down. Romantic trip turns dramatic, who was the man from Hye Kyo's past? Fans flooded social media with messages of support, admiration, and speculation. The couple's journey, once just a romantic escape, had become a powerful statement about love, loyalty, and overcoming the past. But the trip wasn't over yet. Lee Min-ho had one more surprise waiting in Rome.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for exciting updates on your favorite celebrities.